lalo na yung administration ngayon is more often pushing for with modernization.
Yeah.
Lagi modernization. Even our phone na nga daw is makakapag LRT na, MRT ka na. Right? And that pose certain risk a lot. And with modernization kasi there's a lot of vulnerabilities are going to be exposed na hindi natin alam na exposed pala. That's such the zero day nga na sinasabi nila.
Hey, welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. So for today's episode, we'll be talking about ethical hacking, breaking systems to make them safer. And I guess to start off, how do we get into ethical hacking?
Let me go first. For
fire
ethical
away.
hacking, really in the Philippines is quite really, I think, still a new industry. Mostly of the in the ethical hacking group right now came in from the famous job like system admin, network admins, and some are in the compliance. Before they really transition into a more mature SOC role. So for me myself, I remember in the early 2004, 2005, that really an early a playground of the dark web. So myself, I started learning the tools in the dark web with the open source system, then eventually going into a system admin role. Then going to a system admin role, you apply those cybersecurity knowledge, then eventually getting certified. Then eventually you will, right in the Philippines, the cyber community is very much active right now. We do have groups like the Cloud Security Alliance, the ISC Squared, that are currently encouraging, especially those party in the dark web, to really go and be professional and certified. So the cyber community for the Philippines is really quite niche. You only know a few well-known individuals rin naman. We're very small. For ISC Squared, we're only around, I think, 2,000 certified in the Philippines. And we're really needing millions. We're about 100 million people na sa Philippines. We're at least yung ratio kung gaano kalaki.
So you're talking about, security professionals in general or ethical hackers?
Certified.
For ethical hackers, we're talking about 500s lang based on our data.
500
Yes.
ethical hackers.
Yes.
In your data in ISC2.
In ISC2. Yes.
Okay. But ISC2 is a separate vendor.
We're a neutral vendor.
It's a neutral vendor.
We're a global cybersecurity and the most prestigious one. Usually kami rin naman yung mga tao beyond the big names and big financial institutions na nagbabantay. Following the flow of the economy of the Philippines, Philippines is one of the major target rin, especially ng state-sponsored attack.
Okay.
So usually the demand for ethical hacking is quite really huge, but those being certified and have the skill set is very niche.
Well, dun naman na ito ba sa these are the big leagues on ethical hacking. But for you to actually start, I think you can actually just start with using simple tools like the Burp Suite, right? Or mga dictionary attack, diba? So those kind of things na madali lang na na sundan, right? So when I started ethical hacking, yun din, Burp Suite lang din yung ginamit ko. It's so much fun. And there's so much ayun din, kaya ako magtatangka ka rin talaga na doon mo malaman kapag gumaling ako dito, mahahack ko na tong bangko na to. May mga ganong aspiration and thinking ka na eh. But one of my, I think one of my mentors did tell me is that his name is Joshua Arvinlat, is you need to think like a hacker.
Yes.
For you to able to defend the system.
Yes.
So yun din yung in-advise niya sa akin yun. Ayun na, doon ako nag-Burp Suite. Doon ko na mag-dictionary attack. Doon ko na mag-password cracker, etc. And yun din, for example, yung sa Tutorials Dojo din, we did some session din as well. like yung mga backdoors attack. Like kung kapag open yung mga kapag open yung port mo, etc. Kasi most often than not is that yung much of the ethical hacking that I do, it's not because of technological gap, but it's because of the developers' mispractices on placing their configurations. So, yun yung nangyari. For example, yung password mo is ganito lang. Ang dali i-burps. Ang dali i-dictionary attack niyan, di ba? So, those are the things that I learned. And that's why we really do. I really agree that yung cybersecurity practices is really... I will somehow downgrade it talaga here in Pilipinas where the skills of cybersecurity is sobrang disproportionate talaga na kailangan.
It's kind of a sad sort of take on that, no? Because as far as I know, may mga graduate programs na yung for the greater part of things. If you think about yung ethical hacker, it's more specialized sort of security role. And even cybersecurity itself is a specialization. So I don't know. Hopefully, we'll find something in the future, especially then sa mga nanonood na who wants to get into cybersecurity, specifically in the ethical hacking career. Then there are options. It really starts off with your initial drive and interest, like what you did, as you know, and you have also other options then to kind of help you out. You got your community. I know, maybe we can just look it up kung ano yung mga schools nga na may graduate programs that are focusing on cybersecurity.
Hindi lang graduate programs, may mga undergrad.
Yes, may undergrad na. I heard that from Central Luzon, they have the bachelor in cybersecurity.
I see. All right. So,
and even
thank you for updating me on that.
They quite active sa mga hackathon. So, usually, when we see talents, we usually scout in the hackathons.
Yes.
Usually, doon yung mga individuals that are really...
So what about saying yung mga preliminary sort of experience? Kasi I know, ano na ba, may mga security companies din, like computer security companies, like Avast, I think, or some other sort of, did they have offices here? May mga offices or tiga sa mga cybersecurity application software, and I assume, I don't know, pero medyo low level yung mga ginagawa ng mga iba dun na parang si coding and stuff and also parang working on sort of controlled, parang sandbox environments, really looking at yung memory dumps and all
servers talaga.
Well, now I'd say more, yung mga memory maps, yung mga streamings, as in, they go that because it's one of yung really memory leaks and overflows is one of the attack vectors, right? And then it's kind of, like, as you mentioned, diba, as a hacker, you kind of try to exploit kung ano yung mga lapses sa mga systems.
Yes.
If, medyo sloppy developer, they posted or simple passwords or tokens or whatever, then that's already something else. And actually, even beyond that.
Kaka Computer is made possible by the support of our community and sponsors. If you believe in empowering IT professionals and want to be part of our journey, we'd love to have you on board. Visit patreon.com/kakacomputer to become a sponsor today.
Beyond yung technical specifics, right? Hacking also involves social engineering, really.
Yes. Yeah. Number one.
I think
that's yung really major sort of entry point, right?
The social engineering
The major
talaga.
ethical hacking is really social engineering.
Yes.
In the Philippines, we have a great and a huge actors talaga about, especially in social engineering. Usually, yun yung pitfalls lagi ng gaano kalaking company pa yan, ang pitfalls is social engineering.
Sasabihin ko nga sana yung mga things about yung mga phishing is actually a form of social engineering, right?
Yeah.
Yung mga na-scam ng mga BDO or
because of
Globe.
lack of awareness as well na rin kung ano yung legitimate or not. We cannot, somehow, it's really difficult to classify. Then That, and especially with the rise of the emerging technologies like the artificial intelligence, it somehow makes it really more dangerous.
What's
happening now.
I read it about a few weeks ago that even may GPT na si Kali. So Kali is a very powerful Linux distro about pen testing. Then imagine going into a GPT, hindi na script kiddies to. Really a powerful one. And for us as a cybersecurity professionals in the field, we really need to advance and really mitigate that.
Most often din, sir, like for example, di ba, I was used to become an intern in a cybersecurity department in Globe. Most often, like when I think of it, yung mga configuration or mga security controls na nilalagay ko sa threat modeling is hindi na siya usapin ng technology na tawag dito is mababang version 2, but most of yung configuration ko talaga is tawag ito awareness of the developers about the practices in cybersecurity. Yung configuration lagi.
it always boils down kasi na ang cybersecurity, regardless of technology, it always been there. So hacking is not a new word. It's been there prior the computer was invented. So there will be a hackers na born to be with. It especially yung mga anak natin dyan na mabuting teng, they reverse engineer their toys. Those are future hackers. And we need to spot them. Me, I am a father of 5. I see my kids that really at my age that especially in Roblox, you know Roblox.
Yeah, the game.
I saw one of my kids social engineering the support system of Roblox and earning millions of Roblox money. So at early stage, sabi ko, wala pa siyang 18, okay pa lang. Pero once he have the 18 and criminal responsibility, I need to watch out for this kid. So as early as now, we need to identify those really small details na born to be hackers.
Hindi lang siya sa tools eh. Most often sa words din.
Yeah, words eh.
For example, tatawa ako kasi may isang professor ko na sin cybersecurity nagtanong sa akin, in the class talaga, anong pangalan ng aso mo?
Yeah.
Kimchi po. Kailan birthday mo? Ito po, ganyan. Okay, yun na, mahak na kita. Lagot ka, mga ganong words. It's really subtle, but it's really effective.
Because the security questions out of those password reset are
Yun
repeatable.
Yun din eh.
If you're using the same keywords na to answer those one, then I can eventually reset your password at any time.
Sobrang tindi talaga ng words in terms of ethical hacking and social engineering. And most often, yun kasi nangyayari din. For example, as simple as mga scams sa mga Gcash nangyayari, right? Or, for example, is, biglang nagugulat lang ako, may nagka-text sa akin na aksidente daw yung anak ko. Di wala pa nga ako anak eh. Di ba? So, yung mga ganong text. And somehow, you would really see, if you put yourself in the position of others na hindi naman talaga nila, they have no awareness on this one, hindi nila ma-identify which is really a legitimate report or not. Right?
Ang isa siguro sa kulang pa sa Philippines ay to strengthen our law.
Yeah, compliance. Yes.
Especially kami, ito na nabungkat to ni USEC. USEC before that may mga law tayo na napaka-old na, especially with penetration testing. Alam nyo ba na sa Pilipinas ay criminally liable pang pen testing? Because may law pa tayo ng anti-wire tapping.
Paano nga makakapag-white hack kung gano'n nga, di ba?
Yes. So, ibig sabihin, kinakailangan na natin ng mga updated law para at least we come up with those standard. I know that there are bills already pero hindi pa rin pumapasa at hindi pa nasa-sign ng President. But we really need those law. Kasi kung outdated yung mga laws natin, walang galing sa dark web na nalalantad and be certified to be unethical.
Lalo na yung administration ngayon is more often pushing for with modernization.
Yeah.
Laging modernization. Even our phone na nga daw is makakapag LRT na, MRT ka na. Right? And that pose certain risk a lot. And with modernization kasi there's a lot of vulnerabilities are going to be exposed na hindi natin alam na exposed pala. Such the zero day nga na sinasabi nila. And kung hindi natin hindi natin expose ng mga to, the risk of happening it might be low, but it's the impact is yung habol natin naman dito sa cybersecurity. I believe naman in every system naman, there is no perfect guardrails. There is no perfect defense. But there is detection.
Yes.
Right? Kasi kung nabasag yung prevention na part in cybersecurity, there is the detection in which what's going to happen to mitigate further risk and to mitigate further impact or attack, right? in ethical hacking.
Thanks to our sponsors, Tutorials Dojo, Young CTO, Amazon Web Services User Group Philippines, Facebook subscribers. On to our next video topic.